In northwest Pakistan, yet another deadly reminder of Islamabad's security failures. Terrorists stormed a paramilitary base in Bannu, killing 6 security personnel and sparking a 12-hour gun battle. Over recent months, the country has suffered the loss of numerous lives as terror groups relentlessly target both police personnel and civilians. The assault not only shows the firepower of extremist groups, but also exposes Pakistan's inability to secure its own territory along the Afghan border.
The assault began on September 3 in Bannu, a town in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province near the Afghan border, when a suicide bomber rammed an explosive-laden vehicle into the boundary wall of a paramilitary base. The breach allowed other attackers to storm the compound, triggering a fierce clash that raged for nearly 12 hours. At least 6 security personnel were killed. 16 others were wounded and 3 civilians injured. Local police confirmed that all 6 terrorists involved in the assault were neutralized during the operation.
6-7 हमारे सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस के जवान जो हैं वो ज़ख्मी हैं और FCN के हमारे कोई 6-7 ज़ख्मी हैं और 4 हमारे पुलिस वाले ज़ख्मी हैं.
Authorities later confirmed the attackers were equipped with sniper rifles, rocket launchers and advanced radios. Proof this was no random strike but a carefully planned assault.
काफ़ी सोफिस्टिकेटेड वेपन्स उनके पास स्नाइपर्स थे, रॉकेट लॉन्चर्स थे और VBID के साथ आए थे, तो बाकायदा प्लानिंग के साथ आए थे और जितनी प्लानिंग वो करके आए थे उसमें उनको नाकामी हुई है. जितना हमारा नुकसान इतना नहीं हुआ जितना उनका नुकसान हुआ है. 6 ये आए थे और 6 के 6 वो हलाक हो गए.
No group has claimed responsibility, but suspicion immediately fell on the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, or TTP. The group has been fighting to overthrow the Pakistani state since 2007. For years, Islamabad has accused Kabul of harboring these terrorists, a charge the Afghan Taliban denies. But experts say Pakistan's own policies of nurturing extremists have created the very threat it is now battling. Attacks like these are on the rise. Over the past year, violence along the Afghan frontier has surged. Analysts point to the political turmoil in Islamabad and a fractured security establishment that has left ordinary Pakistanis vulnerable. The state, meanwhile, appears to be losing control.
Late in 2020, when Taliban took over Kabul, everybody was thinking that what a great victory that this has been for Pakistan. That they have fooled the United States, all the while supporting the Taliban. And a lot of people thought that this was a masterstroke by Pakistan, that they now have an ally to their west, which is completely under their control. That was an overstatement even then, and it has turned out to be a complete lie now. What they have got on their western front is not an ally but an autonomous body, an autonomous movement on its own, which will do what it wants to do, and it will basically keep on pushing Pakhtun nationalism wherever it finds. So that's what has happened.
The fallout goes beyond Pakistan. The Taliban's return to power in Afghanistan in 2021 has emboldened the TTP. Since then, attacks on Pakistani forces have sharply increased. Ironically, Islamabad was one of the few capitals that only celebrated the Taliban's takeover. In 2021, Pakistan supported the Taliban's takeover of Kabul, urging the global community to work with them. But the Taliban have instead turned a blind eye to TTP operations. A United Nations report released in February 2024 made it very clear. The Taliban are sympathetic to TTP's aims, supplying weapons, equipment and even fighters for cross-border attacks. The 2024 UN findings underline what many have long suspected. Taliban-ruled Afghanistan remains a safe haven for terrorists, including Al-Qaeda affiliates and Pakistani insurgents. Yet Pakistan cannot escape responsibility. For decades, it used militant groups as strategic assets. Now those very proxies are destabilizing its own security and threatening the wider region.